So today we're going to talk about electric cars, their advantages, disadvantages, and their impact on our planet.
So we're going to start with what's an electric car. An electric car or electric vehicle, or EV in short, is a car that is propelled by one or more electric motors. These motors are powered via electricity that is stored inside onboard batteries. Compared to gas-powered or internal combustion engines, EVs are much quieter and produce no exhaust emissions and have much lower total emissions. They also tend to come with a lower cost of ownership, although this can vary based on where in the world you are. Since they run off electricity, they need to be put in to recharge the batteries. We will discuss all of this in much more detail in the next slides.
We're going to continue with what are hybrid vehicles. So first, cars that pair an internal combustion system with one or more electric motors and larger batteries. The battery is charged through regenerative braking and by internal combustion engine. And the last is they offer better gas mileage than traditional gas-powered vehicles.
So now we are going to talk about the pros of electric vehicles. Despite what some people say about the large carbon cost of battery productions, EVs produce less carbon dioxide on average and can produce far less if they run on renewable energy sources over their lifetime. Electricity is much cheaper than gas when it comes to getting from point A to point B. These savings can add up quickly, and according to some researchers, can save around 600 euros per year. These savings can be improved if you qualify for additional tax benefits for your new electric vehicle. Compared with gas-powered cars, EVs have far fewer moving parts. Less moving components means less things that can break and need to be replaced. Although electric cars are relatively new to the mass market, they also tend to last longer due to lower wear and tear. Another large factor is that they do not require oil changes, one of the more common causes for service calls in other type of cars. Gasoline engines offer efficiency rating of only about 15%. This means that most of the energy generated during combustion is lost to the environment. Electric cars can offer efficiencies around 70%, although this amount can vary based on the vehicle and the driving speed.
So now we're gonna mention some of the disadvantages of electric cars. It is important to consider both sides of the equation when deciding if an EV is right for you. Despite the massive push in a number of countries to move a greater number of electric vehicles, there remain several potential disadvantages or cons of owning and operating an electric vehicle. These cons include mainly finding the so-called charging stations, as well as the charging time. Another problem is also the higher initial cost of the vehicle, as well as the limited driving range. The battery packs can be expensive to replace too. However, there is no doubt that the future is electric, and both the adoption rate of EVs increase and the underlying technology matures, these downsides will become less and less of a factor. Also, the creation of batteries for electric cars requires a greater amount of rare materials, such as the metal lithium and the metal cobalt.
Also, the progress that the electric vehicle industry has seen in recent years is not only extremely welcomed, but highly necessary in light of the increasing global greenhouse gas levels. Indeed, the manufacturing of an electric car emits more carbon emissions than that of a petrol one because of the production of the battery. However, in the long term, electric cars prove to be more eco-friendly.
To conclude, in this presentation, you learned that people should use electric cars because they are environmental friendly and have low maintenance.
Also, the progress that the electric vehicle industry has seen in recent years is not only extremely welcome, but highly necessary in light of the increasing global greenhouse gas levels.
So thank you for your attention. That was our presentation about electric cars. Everyone can make a difference. You decide if you're the one.